This edition of Insane Throttle, we explore the alarming decline of motorcycle clubs in 2024. What factors are contributing to the dwindling numbers of these once thriving communities? Join us as we delve into the changing social dynamic, economic challenges, and cultural shifts that are reshaping the motorcycle club landscape. We'll discuss the impact of technology, evolving lifestyles, and the younger generation's relationship with motorcycle culture.
The greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How you guys and gals doing? Don't forget to like and subscribe the video. Thanks for all the support that you give us. The death of motorcycle clubs in 2024. And you're probably saying, Hollywood, what the heck are you talking about? The death of motorcycle clubs in 2024. And I just got done doing a video about the death of the biker lifestyle in 2024. And it was very interesting on that, some of the comments that were put. And they did equate, and I have to agree, I seen some of their points about how motorcycle clubs are going downhill. If you just look at some of the stuff that is going on in the internet world, if you will, there has been nothing like it, man. I'm telling you, nothing like it. And you know what? I actually went back a few years of my videos where I was talking how I didn't approve or I didn't think it was cool to recruit over the internet. And boy, has it really come a different way on me, man. It kind of snuck up and kicked me right in the gonads because almost every major club now is recruiting on the internet, and you can't blame them because that's the public square. It's a lot different than when there was no internet, and a lot of people are going to blame that on the decline of membership within the scene when it actually should be going up now that there's more access to motorcycle clubs. But if you look over the last couple weeks, especially, you know, I've been sitting back analyzing the interview I did with the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club and the issue that was going on with Black Dragon. And if you look at both videos, man, look at the comments. You can see that people are actually disgusted on the way that went down. Now, the reason why I did the interview was I wanted both sides of the story out, and it did. As usual, though, you have to be careful about coming on my program because I'm going to ask you the tough questions that need to be asked that somebody might not ask you on a friendlier program. But the main thing that I saw on that video or videos that were shared across the platforms was people were upset with how the club acted. It looked pretty bad. I'm trying to be nice about it. It looked pretty bad. It looked petty, and it looked like it was all politics involved in that situation. Now, that's one thing that we hear a lot about is politics within motorcycle clubs, and boy, did it play out on that one. And a lot of people came back and say, you know what, that's why I'm independent, because I don't want to deal with politics of an MC where they're supposed to be your brothers. Next thing you know, they're playing games and all they're doing is jockeying for position and image. And what happened to Black Dragon, you know, he's not the only one that's happened to. I hear it on a daily of people getting messed with by a club that was supposed to be their brothers, all the internal beefs, and now they play out on the internet, man. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We know that it's not supposed to happen, but it does. It happens all the time, and it's going to continue to happen all the time. Maybe MCs really need to think about buckling up how they do things on the internet past something. I don't know. But I do think that there are other dwindling factors that you have to look at on why people don't want to join a motorcycle club. And one of the greatest divides has to be the age gap. You know, the one thing my generation was, okay, always going out, partying with the brothers, making it a lifestyle. This was who we were. It is not the case anymore with the younger generation. The social dynamics have really changed, really changed. And the reason why the recruiting on the internet's become so popular is because of that social dynamic. Now, guys like me, we didn't have the internet when I was coming up, so you actually had to go out, you had to talk to people, you had to shake their hands. That isn't the case anymore. But at the same time, there's so much information out there about MCs, it does kind of drive these younger kids away from it. And that's why you're seeing a lot of dwindling numbers around MCs. You have a bigger age gap now, meaning that there's more old timers than there are young guys, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. It's a big shift now. And the way that they look at us is, you know, they say, well, you know, their grandpas on Harleys and stuff. And you know what? That's one thing that I'll talk about. You want to know how Harley Davidson can actually come back? You need to make a rocket. And I'm not talking one of these knockoff Buells or something. You need to make a rocket that you to get these kids into. Because let's face it, the sports bikes, that's the deal now. And you do see, you know, I gotta say though, MCs might be on the decline, but it seems like you got a lot more riding clubs coming to the picture, especially with the sport bike type of deal. But they don't want to make it their entire life. And that's where the social dynamics come into play, not to mention the economic challenges people are facing now. Let's just put it blunt. It's not a good economy right now. People are struggling. And God knows what I used to pay in dues back in the day. It was horrendous. But do you really think that these younger ones are going to pay that kind of money to be a part of a club? Yes, there's upkeep on a clubhouse that you have to do. If you don't have the membership, everybody's still got to step forward and provide. But at the same time, with the economic difficulty going on, to them, it's more of a transportation deal. It's not a lifestyle for them, where it was for us older guys. They want practical transportation. And it's bad enough that these kids, they don't have any social skills. They have none. Come on, half of them didn't even get their graduation years ago because of what was going on at the time. Lockdown. So they don't have the skills to socialize. So when you say to yourself, well, why can't we get these younger ones in? They don't look at it like we do. It's all practicality on their part. And, you know, the cultural shift, oh my goodness gracious. Get into the cultural shift of this whole thing. When I was doing that video the other day, I was like, man, there is a cultural shift here, because it meant everything to us to be a part of a club, where now it doesn't. It doesn't at all. So that's reshaping everything we know about clubs. And then, of course, you got your impact of technology, and I think everybody's beat that to death. We're all blaming the internet. We get it. It's the internet's fault. But technology has really shifted everything into a different direction. Us graybeards might not approve of it, but like everybody else says, you know, the graybeards in my time when I was coming up probably didn't like us. But I think there is a big divide now compared to what it used to be. And the evolving lifestyles, actually, yeah, it's great to go ride on a motorcycle. It's great to go enjoy the fresh air and the freedom everybody talks about. But at the same time, there's other stuff in their lives. They look at it as a hobby, and they don't even claim not to. So that's why you're seeing a lot of problems with clubs. You have them bringing it on themselves by the politics, by hearing people's stories, stuff that has happened to them, or seeing stuff in the news. They don't want to be affiliated with that. That's the first impression that they get, is when they see stuff on the internet. That's where they go and get their news. It's no longer about newspapers, media on TV. They see it right away. And then their decision is made up if they want to throw a patch on. And let's be honest, man, a lot of guys in clubs don't even throw patches on anymore, which, hey, I think is a brilliant thing, man. You make the cops do their work, dig, don't advertise who the hell you are. But at the same time, we know it's because the inner problems with the MCs that a lot of people ain't wearing their patches anymore. I'm just curious what you all think. You know, MCs were iconic communities, and yes, they were communities. But nowadays, it don't seem so. So I think that's some of the reasons why that you're seeing a lot of issues MCs have with numbers. It used to be nothing to go ahead and get 6 or 7 guys together, get a chapter of a major club. Now you can't even get 2 people. That's saying something. And a lot of people have been saying, yeah, the MC life as we know it's coming to an end. Well, it is. Self-imposed and external factors is what's going on right now. How do you fix it? I don't know. I don't know how you're going to fix it. I don't know how you're going to get people involved in your MC with how everything, the landscape is nowadays. Are clubs cool? Hell yeah, they're cool. But at the same time, so is writing clubs. So is social clubs. So is being independent. What do you have that actually appeals to, say, somebody that's 29 years old? Most clubs won't. Most clubs won't. And it's sad because MCs used to be the trendsetters within the scene and no longer are. And you can see it from comments because the internet really does talk a lot. And you can see from the internet people's attitudes towards MCs, if you will. Anyway, what do you guys and gals think? What do you think is happening? Do you think there is the death of the motorcycle clubs in 2024? Do you think that it's going to last? How do you think it's going to evolve? Let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Rock on, baby.
Is an in-depth look at the trials and tribulations of street gang and motorcycle club life. This isn't the run-of-the-mill book that doesn't give the goods. This book will go into detail of events that actually happened. All materials in this book have been approved by those involved. There is nothing poetic, nor is there any price worth paying for the life we choose to live on the streets. James Hollywood Machikari, Brotherhood and Betrayal.
Yeah.